Hi, I'm Kevin Klein, City Councillor for Charleswood, Tuxedo Westwood. The Executive Policy Committee was today. This is the Mayor's own committee. He hand selects the members of the Executive Policy Committee, and realistically, they determine what happens at the City of Winnipeg. The Mayor, EPC +3 have the majority of votes. That's the Deputy Mayor, Acting Deputy Mayor, and Police Board Chair. So they win. Whatever they decided at EPC is always won when you get to City Council. You can go back and check the record yourself. We had a couple of topics we wanted to talk about today, but two of the biggest ones, in my opinion, three. We talked about the flashing amber lights, and I shared with them how I was disappointed that they would continue to play the charade and debate the amber flashing lights after insulting Mr. Lewis. We talked about the impact fees. I learned something over the weekend about your impact fees. And isn't it funny? I have to learn about things happening within the walls of City Hall by others that have nothing to do with City Hall. Final thing we spoke about was the legal fees. Once again, our administration is back asking for more money for legal fees. $2 million more. We talk about what it's for, and I offer suggestions of what we could do instead. Take a look.
Welcome, Councillor. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, Mr. Mayor. Good morning, colleagues, and I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Appreciate you moving the motion to hear some of the addendum items. I don't have many. I want to talk first of all and briefly on item 16, the 2/3 vote for the budget. We, as you all know, we follow a protocol of 2/3 votes for several issues or items that come before us at City Council. And I wonder why we wouldn't make it mandatory for votes that impact the taxpayers the most, that being, of course, our budget. I don't think there should be any fear with asking for a 2/3 vote when we're deciding upon a $1.3 or $4 billion budget. And I would hope that you would see the benefits in having a 2/3 vote, given the trust of City Hall is waning. And I think this would help build the confidence in our team. I'll talk quickly about the amber lights that are on the agenda that you have today. I'm a little disappointed, I'll be honest, that the committee has chosen to debate this further. Mr. Lewis has formally rescinded the offer. I know the letter has gone to the public service. And I struggle to understand what the purpose would be of debating it here today if he has pulled it off the table, and he has. I hope it's not to make him out as the bad guy. I hope that it's not to find reasons why we would have rejected it. It's over, it's done. It's time to move on and accept our responsibility. I listened to the debate, and I understand the committee felt $1.4 million over the 20 years, I would assume, to add additional lights was excessive. It wasn't enough. However, later today, you will vote to increase your legal budget by $2 million. I don't know if that would save a child's life. Flashing lights could. But again, the deal is done. I thank Mr. Lewis for his efforts. He has been through enough in his words, and it's time for us to accept that responsibility and move on. Before you, item number 8 is the impact fee that I moved at City Council some time ago. The motion was to pay back the fees with the interest within 90 days. We lost that court battle, and the more we wait, the more it costs taxpayers in interest charges. Let's remember, it's over $30 million. But I did learn over the weekend that the courts are likely to release the official order to pay tomorrow. And that order to pay is a fairly normal process of the courts, as Mr. Mayor and Councillor Mays would know. The two parties will agree on how the money is paid back and when. That will go to the court, and the judge will make the official order. It's my understanding that that will happen tomorrow. I'm wondering, though, what are the terms of that agreement? Why was council, or at least some of us, not informed of the terms of that agreement? It appears that it's being done behind closed doors when we know that it has to be paid back. I don't think there's any secrets. Taxpayers deserve the details. We paid millions to fight this case. We lost. And now I want to make sure that we don't cost taxpayers more by delaying the time in which we pay back, because the interest amounts are increasing on a daily basis. Final item is item number 23, and that's the expense for more legal. I believe it's with respect specifically, I may be wrong, to the police headquarters. Like many, if someone has defrauded the city of Winnipeg, I agree. They should be held accountable and we should go after them. We all want that. But we also know the outside lawyers will not take on this case on a contingency basis because it's too risky. It's a 50-50 chance of winning. We're told by the same lawyers that they believe the risk of collecting any money, if awarded, is also very risky. It's very high. So I wonder if we have considered other options. Have we completed an internal forensic audit? And if not, why not? If we are to believe that only one internal person may have been involved, then we need to know that definitively. And a forensic audit of the expenses internally may lead us in other directions. I believe we've spent, and I stand to be corrected, nearly $1 million on this case already. Granted, the city won the ability to see the records that were collected by the RCMP and invoices. Congratulations. And we did win our court costs back. But as most of us know, the court costs awarded were around $8,500. A small cry from $1 million. You will make the decisions. I won't. I'm not on EPC. My vote won't really have much impact on this. But I urge you, as colleagues, to consider if $2 million is really enough to present a strong case. Is $2 million enough to win? Is $2 million enough to go after the money that belongs to the taxpayers if we should win? As opposed to coming back on what seems to be a regular basis for legal fee increases, I'm wondering why we haven't strategized this better. Why we haven't looked at the future and determined a budget, a more specific and detailed budget of the costs going forward. We have to present a strong, winnable case, or what's the point? Lawyers won't take it on contingency, too risky. So we're going to have to spend more, correct? To win. Lawyers won't take it on contingency because it will be difficult in their minds right now, based on the past, to collect if awarded. So we have to spend more money to be prepared to collect and take action to collect. Just saying we're right is far too much money to spend on behalf of taxpayers. But again, you will make the decision as EPC. Today, I believe taxpayers have lost enough because of the police headquarters. And as I said earlier, if someone has defrauded the taxpayers, we need to take action. So I would ask you to consider, is $2 million going to be enough? Does this just complete one page or one section of what we need to do? And how much do we need going forward to develop a strong, winnable case? Thank you.
Okay, not hearing any questions. Thanks very much, Councillor. Have a good day.
I'm always exhilarated by the debate that we have at EPC. No questions. No wonder. Were they even listening? If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, that's what we're here for. Call us at 986-5232 or send an email, kevin@kevinklein.ca. Take care.